Even though there are tons of proof showing how Hailey Bieber could be a mean girl, there are still some fans standing up for her. It should not be a surprise anyway because Justin Bieber has a lot of supporters as well. But now he does not have as much as he used to have during the peak of his career. Add to the fact that he dropped something on his recent birthday that people are believing to be a major shade towards Selena Gomez. But Sel Go has had enough of the bullying, so she's now standing up for herself. For all those years, Selena and Hailey have been pitted against each other. Of course, it all has something to do with Justin Bieber. If not for his problematic behavior, things would not be as messy as it is right now. Let's do a little backtrack though. Justin and Selena started dating back when they were still teenagers. Things were looking good for them. But Justin has had a lot of problems with so much fame. He became problematic and a lot of factors affected his once great relationship with Selena Gomez. Their first breakup happened in 2012. As revealed by a source, she broke up with him about a week ago. With them being apart so much, it got complicated. She had some trust issues. It's not easy, but the relationship needs to end. Little did they know, along with their fans, the split was just the first of a few more breakups to come. Since then, they have been on again and off again, but they kept on coming back to each other. Obviously, their feelings are much stronger to ignore all the red flags in their love story. Their connection has always been there, and even though they tried to play the mature adults, when they decided to live together, it did not work out and they still continued to find a lot of differences between them. Another factor that played a huge role from their early separations is the fact that Justin was alleged to deal with substance abuse. Justin later on talked about it, saying, "People don't know how serious it got. I was waking up in the morning and the first thing that I was doing was popping pills and smoking and starting my day."
People don't know how serious it got. It was legit crazy scary. I was waking up in the morning and the first thing I was doing is popping pills and smoking a blunt and starting my day.
According to the rumors, Selena's family and friends warned her about this, and because of this particular reason, they no longer support Justin and Selena's relationship. Not only that, but a lot of Justin's friends, aka the Jenners and Gigi Hadid, were accused of betraying Selena. There have been some claims that Kendall and Gigi intentionally asked Selena to go with them to their trip to Dubai just so Hailey and Justin can have their own private time. That completely goes against the girls' code. But Selena only hung out with them because Justin was friends with them to begin with. But before we get deeper into the video, if you love Selena Gomez and support her, then make sure that you subscribe to our channel right away. I will always keep you on the loop about the latest happenings in her life and more. Luckily, Selena always knows how to choose her circle and decides to cut ties with these conniving mean girls. It did happen years ago, so some of you might argue that they were all immature back then. But let me remind you that they recently are the talk of the town because of the alleged body shaming they did to Selena. We do not have to go over that because you surely heard about the whole story. But some of you might not be aware of the fact that Hailey once gate-crashed Selena's celebration. It happened when Selena was at this restaurant enjoying her time with her friends because of her album Rare.
Oh my god, the letters are insane! Oh my god. Oh, it's so pretty. Happy birthday! Happy Rare Day!
Hearsays went around saying that Hailey came unannounced with her friend Madison Beer and started a scene. Apparently, they asked the staff to only play Justin's song and even kept on chanting his name. That is so low, even for them. But I guess they would never be over that high school mean girl attitude. After that, they used the back door to get away from the Paps, knowing full well that they would be part of the headlines right away. With all the backstabbing and the toxicity that she received from these girls, she never even called them out. And even then, she would always be the bigger person. Either she would let what they did slide, give no comment about the drama, or worse, defend them against her fans. This is one of the many things that people loved about her. She always chooses to be kind, just like what she did when she addressed the mess between her and Hailey on her Instagram stories. But right now, she must have had enough. That is why she commented on some of those viral TikTok videos that made rounds online. But even though that was basically the first time that she fought back against these girls, Hailey's fans immediately concluded that she was doing it because she could not move on from Justin Bieber. What's there to hold on to anyway? Wasn't it Justin who kept on calling her and telling her that he loves her until his wedding day? Oh boy, these crazy fans are playing their cards wrong. Yes, there is a possibility that she was hurt when Justin moved on like that and suddenly married Hailey, but it doesn't mean that she still wants him back. On one of her interviews, she even claimed that she suffered emotional abuse from her last relationship. Undoubtedly, it was with Justin. She stated, "I found the strength in it. It's dangerous to say in a victim mentality. And I'm not being disrespectful. I do feel I was a victim of certain abuse."
No, because I've found the strength in it. It's dangerous to stay in a victim mentality. And I'm not being disrespectful. I do feel I was a victim to certain abuse.
When asked if it was about emotional abuse, she answered, "Yes, and I think that's something that I had to find a way to understand it as an adult. As much as I definitely don't want to spend the rest of my life talking about this, I am really proud that I can say I feel the strongest I've ever felt, and I found a way to just walk through it with as much grace as possible."
And I mean emotional abuse?
Yes, and I think that it's something that I had to find a way to understand it as an adult. As much as I definitely don't want to spend the rest of my life talking about this, I am really proud that I can say I feel the strongest I've ever felt. And I've found a way to just walk through it with as much grace as possible.
I mean, a lot of victims don't really recognize that they were a victim not until they get out of a certain relationship. What do you think about Selena always being the bigger person during these tough times? I would love to know your thoughts, so comment them down below. On the other hand, she never mentioned Justin's name and never included him directly in such statements. If you actually think about it, she never once badmouthed her ex, even though a lot of fans knew that she was suffering in that relationship. But going back to all the things that Hailey did towards Selena, she never was apologetic to all of that. Even on her IG stories, when Selena defended her, Hailey never owed up to her mistakes and shortcomings. As I mentioned, Selena has replied to some TikTok videos that went viral. When Hailey's old clip resurfaced, where she was acting like she was gagging when the host mentioned T Swift's name, Selena made sure to call her out for that.
Full of the meanest lyrics about a celebrity since Taylor Swift's last album.
She commented, "So sorry, my best friend is and continues to be one of the best in the game." When Hailey tried to say that she and her squad was not body shaming Selena, Gomez also commented and wrote, "It's okay, I don't let these things get me down, be nice to everyone." You see, this girl has always been the one to finish the drama that her haters are always starting. We just know by now, especially her fans, that she is fine and does not let petty things like these get to her head and disturb her peace. A lot of you must also be aware that Selena is battling with mental health issues. Not only that, but she was also dealing with her illness. People are just so dumb sometimes to always point out the changes in the physique of artists even though they do not know what they're going through behind the cameras. At least Selena Gomez would always have a career and would always be gorgeous no matter her weight. Unlike these mean models who would not be as big as they are right now if not for their family names and unrealistic beauty standards. In the past, Sel must also not speak about all the drama, especially when it involves Justin and Hailey, because she knows that her fans would always be there to back her up. But her patience can only last that long, and just like all of us, there are times when she just wants to speak up for herself to end everything once and for all. But I don't think that everything would immediately end like that, especially now that a lot of things about their past have been revealed. And look at Selena these days. Besides not giving so much attention to the haters and people that do not really matter, she's now out and about with Zayn Malik, adding some fun to her love life. What's more exciting is the fact that even though they're not addressing their relationship, a lot of people are already supporting this duo. What's not to love anyway? Both of them are mature and private enough to survive the possible issues in their relationship in the future. Selena has learned her lesson the hard way, and that is to not let the people dictate what will happen to her love life. We can all keep on guessing about what is happening between them, but she's obviously choosing her battles smartly nowadays. These haters, exes, and mean girls should really learn from her and how she deals with things. Because even if Gomez reached out to people to stop the hate towards Hailey, there would always be someone who will point out what is wrong with Bieber's attitude. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to check out these videos.